Hello and welcome to Community Crossroads. I'm your host, Karina Garcia. Right now we are joined with Mark Sloat, the Director of Animal Care Services. Mark, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Appreciate
your
being
time.
here.
So go ahead and tell us a little bit about your position and why are you in this position? What makes you qualified for this?
So it's a new position within Animal Services. They wanted to separate it from public health and make it its own department. So that required bringing in somebody to facilitate that and to be the director. I come here from Austin Animal Services, City of Austin. I was there for 10 years. I was a program manager for animal control, intake, and the outreach team. And along with that, I previously ran an animal control service in Minnesota for 11 years. So I've been in animal welfare actually since 1985 when we first took in a dog and didn't have anywhere to go. So we joined up with a small group of people and started our own humane society back in Minnesota in 1986. We started that. So I've been in it a long time.
You've been in the business in a long time.
I have. Ran our own dog rescue for 24 years and just always had a passion for animals and helping those that were in need.
So you're here because you love to do your job. That's why you came down here to Victoria, for the animals.
I do. I love the animals, and actually I also love the people that own the animals. And one of the things we changed in Austin was we really brought an engagement-based animal protection or animal control to Austin. I made it more important to make the owners of the animals successful as pet owners rather than removing property from them, which was kind of the old animal control mantra, was they were going to come take our dogs. So we really worked on trying to help people be better pet owners, kind of meet them where they were if they needed fencing or they needed food help or they need vet help. Instead of going in and being real heavy-handed with citations or with the law, kind of go in and figure out why they were struggling and then help them with that.
And what do you provide these services at no cost, or how does the program work?
So in Austin, we had a lot of donors that donated stuff. So I'm hoping to build that same kind of thing here. Kind of hopefully build a base of people that will help donate stuff like fencing supplies. We do have a pet food pantry that we're getting stuff from it now. So we're going to work on building that up bigger. The problem with like a standalone pantry is not everybody can get there. So I want to work with, there's other groups out there that already do some of this, like Meals on Wheels. I've already talked to a couple of ladies from Meals on Wheels here in Victoria. They do have a pet care program. So if we can help work with them and work together with them so that the people that really can't get to us or really need help can get the help they need.
Okay, and then as of Animal Care Services, what is the big goal right now?
I think the big goal right now is trying to figure out, some of the areas where we've been lacking, where maybe we haven't been responding appropriately or haven't been able to meet the needs of the public. Coming in brand new, I don't know a lot of the issues that go on here, but they're not going to be dissimilar than most cities. There's a lot of issues with, dogs running at large and a lot of puppies, a lot of breeders down here. So we'd like to talk to people about spay, neuter, and maybe get some more programs working in those areas too.
Is that what seems to be the common denominator when it comes to stray animals and stray cats, stray dogs? It's the overbreeding?
To some extent, it's the overbreeding, and right now I think because the economy is so bad, we have a lot of people that are struggling, just buying food and gas. So their pets are secondary. We're seeing a national increase in the past 8 months to a year nationally of intake in shelters. So a lot more dogs at large, a lot more animals being left behind when renters move. So it's not just unique to Victoria, but there are some things that are very unique to Victoria. And one of the things I saw was the breeding. When you look online, there's a lot of ads for people selling puppies, and that's not as common back in Victoria or back in Austin.
Gotcha. So I guess you would say this stray animal problem, it happens all over the U.S., but particularly to Victoria, it's the overbreeding.
I think in Victoria there is a lot of overbreeding. We're seeing a lot of young dogs, but also the pandemic really hit the spay-neuter industry. A lot of the high-speed spay-neuter clinics back in 2020 had to shut down, and that's had a profound effect across the country. So when you have an area that's already suffering a little bit on spay-neuter services, if any of those services around here had to close during the pandemic, now we see a lot of those 1 to 2 year old dogs running loose, and that's what's coming into the shelters.
Gotcha. All right, well, don't go anywhere because we'll be right back with more of Mark.